My name is Elmer Young, and we're having a big party for my 23 great-grandkids, and we've got another one on the way. This is going to be a great weekend for them to be on the ranch here and ride horses and play, and get acquainted. Even to my grandchildren, their fathers and mothers need to get acquainted too. They don't live together, they don't see each other very often. So it's going to be real nice.
About 2 years ago, I think Anita Porter, which is Dennis's daughter, started saying, I want to get a lot of the cousins, the great-grandkids together. A lot of them haven't seen each other or know who they are. And so she started talking about it, and I would say we did a little bit of a push right there that spurred them to set a date.
We started tossing around the idea on Facebook pretty much with all the cousins, and everybody seemed interested. And Anita sent out kind of a cute little invitation and told people to mark their calendars, and luckily everybody was able to make it work in one way or another. Even though there were some challenges, everybody really wanted to come and wanted to be here, and that's pretty special.
Of my generation, which is Stan, my oldest brother, Sue, my older sister, then me, then there's Mary, who passed away in around 2000, and then Dennis, my younger brother. And all three of us were here except Stan.
Just a great reunion and a chance for all the family to get to know all the rest of the family.
So as things were, getting closer and we started figuring out who was able to come, we kind of looked at different ages of kids and interests of kids, and we knew we had the big trampoline, which everybody would love, all ages, but it was hard with little kids and big kids on it. So Alicia and Aaron thought it'd be a good idea to get the bouncy house so it could be more for the little kids, because there are a lot of little kids here, which is great. Our neighbors down the road do a big cornhole tournament every year, and it's just fun for anybody, so we borrowed some of their cornhole devices. And then of course we've got roping dummies and different things, just stuff for people to enjoy outside and play around while we're hanging out. This is Hefe. This is our trusty kids horse. Both my boys have pretty much learned how to ride on him, so he's taking good care of them. I don't know a kid yet who doesn't want to ride a horse as soon as they feel confident, and we have some great kid horses here that my boys have learned how to ride on and grown up with, and some of these other kids got a chance to sit on a horse for the first time and then to ride by themselves for the first time. And I mean, there's been a couple who have really taken off with it and feel like, man, they could do this if they had the chance. So not a lot of kids get that opportunity either, so we were glad to offer that. Do you want to ride by yourself? You want me to walk next to you to start with? What do you want to do?
I want you to walk.
I will do that. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do.
Why don't you head out? I'm going to take this foot.
Okay. You're going to grab some strings. So grab one right hand up as high as you can. Here, and left hand, or right hand here, left hand. Then on 3, you push up with this foot and stick your foot in that stirrup, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, push. Stick your foot in the stirrup. Now hang on to the horn. Pull yourself on up. How do those stirrups feel?
how old were you when you rode a horse?
Oh, like about 10. My father was a farmer there 2 miles east of here, and I wanted a horse real bad. He finally took me down to a stable next to Phoenix and bought it for me. And I've had a horse then ever since, you might say.
All right, my name is Trevor Wallace. This is my wife, Lisa Wallace. My mother was Mary Wallace, who is Elmer Young's daughter.
So this is part of the Wallace clan. My name's Barry and my wife Molly, our 4 kids here. And so I am the son of Mary Lynn Young, and she married my dad Bill Wallace, and then had 2 kids, and it's myself and my brother. So yeah, so we've got Mackenzie is the oldest, Connor, Clay, and Macy, and just super happy to be here.
Let's see, I'm Brandon. I'm Dennis and Ellen's eldest son.
I'm Ben Young. I'm Dennis Young's son. And we're from Portland, Oregon. And this is my wife Heather, and this is our son Devin. And I'm supposed to make sure that we say Devin Young because
That's important.
it's important because he's one of the few that actually have the Young name. The rest are all Lackeys and Wallaces. So Grandpa Elmer is pretty particular on that one.
We do a lot with horses, taking them up into the forest, moving the cattle from pasture to pasture. It's pretty constant all from spring. We start in end of March, April, moving them from pasture to pastures as the grass comes on, and then we do most of our branding in May and June, getting them all branded up, and then they keep moving them around until September, October when we bring them back down and into big where we keep them through the winter, and even then we're trying to keep more out on pastures through the winter, using the hay, using this grass that we haven't grazed off instead of feeding hay. That's our whole goal is to quit feeding hay as much as we can. They have one calf a year, and then that calf stays on its mama until usually we'll wean them off in October, November, in the fall. Take them away from the mama, and then that way the mama doesn't need very much hay through our nutrient through the winter time, and we'll either sell the calves right then, or sometimes we'll keep them through the winter and put them on grass the next spring and put some more pounds on. The more pounds you put on with grass, the better it is.
Heather and I are sisters, and we married the Lackey brothers, so Mark and David, and so and they're Sue's sons. This is fun. This is new for me. It's new for my kids too. They enjoy it.
I'm Mark Lackey. My mother is Susan Young, and so that's how we're part of this Young crew. This is my wife Rhonda, and Brandon back here is our oldest, and Jimmy is our middle child, and this is Luke. So, and we live in Wasilla, Alaska, and I'm one of the cousins, grandkids.
Hello, my name's Jimmy.
And Jimmy's one of my kids.
He's pretty shy.
Yeah, and we're here to see all the cousins we haven't seen in a long time, ride some horses. What else are we gonna do? You gonna do some roping?
Yeah. Here, my foot.
Yeah, last time we were here, Jimmy learned how to rope. Lucas taught him how. So, lots of fun stuff to do. Highlight of the trip.
We asked Jimmy what his favorite part was, and he said it was a 3-way tie between roping, riding horses, and I can't remember the other one. And he also enjoyed jumping on the trampoline all day. So they just had so much fun. They slept really hard last night.
Enjoy.
I am the granddaughter of Elmer. Dennis is my father.
And I'm married to Anita. So I know all these people because they're my wife's family. And it's a joy to get to know them, truly. Yeah, they love wearing their cowboy boots, and this is actually probably one of the few times that those cowboy boots are in context. Most of the time they like to wear them with their shorts to church and things like that.
Yeah. How old are you, Mindy?
5.5.
5.5. How old are you, Maya?
4.5.
How old are you, Simeon?
2.5.
2.5.
Yeah. So now they're going to ride a horse today. They're looking forward to that.
This one
They've
likes
been on
horses.
them before, so they
She's pretty good
are
at riding
comfortable
horses.
on horses. They've actually been on them by themselves, especially this one.
Lindy, what do you like about horses?
I can ride them.
That you can ride them? Yeah.
What was your pony's name?
Gypsy?
That was your pony's name?
Yeah.
And what do you like about Gypsy?
That I can rope on her.
You ready to ride again?
Yeah.
You ready to catch some cows?
Yeah.
Lean forward.
Did you always ride that one horse?
Yeah.
What do you like about her?
That it's a girl.
I'm David, and this is AJ, and my wife Heather, and Tracy, and Angela, and we're missing Darren. He's the oldest. He had to stay behind and work because he's fixing to go off to college and realized that he needed some money. And my mother is Susan, who is the daughter of Elmer and Lavera Young, one of the 5 children. And that's how we're part of the family.
I'm Randall Lackey, and this is my wife Brittany, and our son Jace. And my mother is Susan Lackey, Elmer and Lavera's daughter. So that's where we fit in, and we live in Las Cruces, New Mexico.
My name's Kevin. I'm the youngest son of Will and Sue. So Sue is Elmer and Lavera's daughter. So I'm the second youngest grandson. This is my wife Nicole, and this is our oldest daughter Jalen, our son Dason, and we got one more on the way in October.
I'm Aaron Young, and this is my wife Alicia, and daughter Harper, son Carson, and son Lincoln.
We're the Teskies, Sarah and Lucas and Todd, and I'm Alan.
Obviously what we do here is brand and work cattle, and it's really important to us for people to see how that happens and why we do it, be involved in that experience. And if anybody wants to come do anything, just come check with me and we'll try to do it slow, bring one in at a time. If anybody wants to give a shot or try branding, those kinds of things, you're just come back here and we'll try to get everybody a turn.
gets to have a horse after this weekend?
Let's see, I'd say 0 out of any of these people, even though how much they might want them. So,
Maybe someday.
Someday.
If you buy that land, then we can.
There we
have
go.
horses.
Just buy a little piece of land, get some horses, start all over.
Whenever my wife gets a second job, she can have a pony.
I think her brother's the one that really wants a pony because he's loving the horse ride. So I told my husband we need to get him one, and he said, "Yeah, about that." So I don't think it'd fit in our backyard. So yeah, I don't know. Probably not anytime soon.
Do you want me to say it for you? Okay. Harper's favorite thing to do on the ranch is to ride her horse Gypsy with Papa. And probably her second favorite thing to do is play with Todd. They're best friends.
Well, let me just ask you this. Do you love Grandma and Grandpa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you glad they let you come to their ranch? Yeah.
Yeah.
They sleep so good at night. If we could do this every day, we wouldn't have any trouble sleeping at night.
When we moved up here, we felt like Aaron had a lot of expertise in the farming and the mechanic area, and Alan had a lot of background in the cattle part of the ranch. And so to move up here and know that we had those two major areas of this place that would need guidance and management of and improvement of, it really felt ideal for these two families to tackle it together with my dad as and Grandpa's kind of oversight. So that I expected. I didn't think I would expect to enjoy being this far from town as much as I do, and I think there's challenges to it still, but to be able to raise my family and my wild, crazy cowboys out here where they can do the things that they get to do is irreplaceable. I mean, it's priceless. I'm definitely thankful for all of our family's desire to make things better, whether it's the cattle, the product that we produce, or what we produce it with, the range and the grass, and it's a never-ending learning experience.
All right, so when's the last time you three were together?
All three of us together.
April?
Yeah,
Again?
yeah, April. Yeah, Dennis came over and Sue came up.
Yeah, needed to come see my dad, so we just made a trip.
And I brought Mom's sister up from Tucson so that they could spend a week together.
Yeah, it's different. I mean, this side of the family is so much bigger than my side on my dad's side. So, and being remote, that type of thing, it's not a huge amount of coming together. So, yeah, this is kind of our first big get together.
The first time I met a lot of these people.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good family, and it's been really fun this weekend meeting people that we've heard about but hadn't met before, and seeing all the kids running around. It's been really fun.
We met in college.
Wait, you're both nerds? I love it.
Yeah, we met in college doing nerd stuff.
Yeah.
So.
It's just a lot of space to run around. That's my main memory of being a kid on the farm is no limits for a kid. I mean, a bicycle and just fields and fields to travel along and get away from authority figures. And I would imagine the same thing happens here with the ones that are on the ranch here.
It's fun watching them all play out there.
Yeah, it's awesome. It reminds me growing up, we used to vacation. That was our spot. We'd go to the farm, Young's Farm, growing up. So it was all of us cousins. So that's what it reminds me of. It's pretty cool to see them getting to know each other. So
it's pretty special. It's really neat because we all, life happens. We all go our separate ways, and just to set aside some time to come back together and catch up. And,
I think me and my brother and, passed on to my kids now, just really thankful for our upbringing and the opportunity we had to grow up the way we did in the place we did, and just the unique environment that created for us, and just thankful for our parents and our grandparents and the legacy that they have.
Good people, hardworking, lots of fun. So good generations of just good people.
Grandpa is the hardest working man I've ever met, and he's taught me about work ethic, and I admire him so much. And Grandma is, Grandpa wouldn't be who he is if it wasn't for Grandma, because like my wife does for me, she just takes care of him in every way possible. And they're special people, and we love them dearly.
What do you think the biggest thing you've learned is from when you attend to now?
Theoretical thinking that comes later. I taught high school math, and I always said if I could figure out a way to evaluate when students were ready for the theoretical idea of algebra, I'd make $1 million, because some kids were ready at 8th grade and some kids weren't ready until 10th or 11th grade. And that
leap,
that abstract thinking. And so I'm sure the abstract thinking involved in the spiritual side of things is probably the biggest change.
So my mom, Janine, is a retired school teacher and administrator, and she had just retired before we moved up here, and she had spent a couple years just with the move and the transition, and after that was pretty well over with, she realized she really wanted something to stimulate her intellectually and challenge her even in her retirement years, and she'd always been interested, I think, in flying, aviation, but it never really pursued anything, and decided at like 59 she was going to get her private pilot's license, and sure enough she did. Now she can fly a 172 Cessna airplane out here, and we scratched out a dirt landing strip. She learned how to land on a dirt landing strip, and she flies out here and lands in the summer, and loves to take people flying, just loves to show them things from the air and the whole new perspective you can get up there and what things look like.
I think it was one of my last big hurrahs of something that I was going to do and accomplish. And it was fun. One of the best things it does for me is take my mind off of everything but the flying. And so it kind of empties my mind and gives me a freedom that I think all of us need, in to just clear the mind and be a free spirit. We're back!
I just think it's a really cool opportunity just to be together all at once like this. You know, we get to see these guys just once every lot of years, so to be all together at one time is just a really neat thing.
We've been married for 4 years, just this past month. Yep, right on 4 years.
I mean, it's for her, it's an experience. She's from Denver, so
it's very different for me.
Yeah.
The branding experience was a little, different, but
it's for me. It's it's kind of normal for where we've come from and what we've been around.
I really look forward to this guy getting older and maybe some cousins his age or so that he gets to. I mean, this year he was watching all the action, but next time we all get together, he's going to be right in the middle of it. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. That'll be fun.
And I have to say thank you because one of their children gave birth to my wife, and that's very special. So,
for me, it's a very unique, original experience. Haven't been around most of these people in a group like this since I was a kid.
If you're going to retire on a ranch, it sure is nice to have a view like this out your window. And last night, there was there was a bunch of kids here, and they were just having a ball and noisy and whatever, and I looked around and 23, well, I admit we've got quantity here, but we also have quality. And so those kids are good kids. Of course, I can be a little biased, but as long as those parents are as attentive as they are now, they will have good memories of their childhood. Because the parent involvement in their lives is good. I used to play sports a lot, but then I got to be a spectator because it was too much physical effort to continue. And with watching the kids now, it's all spectator. It's not involvement. Have to let the kids take care of their own kids. Perseverance, patience and perseverance. If things aren't going good, be patient and it will change. It's all in who you associate with here. And if you pick a good one way, you've got it made.
I'm glad they threw this event together. I mean, it takes a lot to get this big of a family together, and Grandpa's one of the few people I know who could pull it off.
Just thanks for making it all happen. Thanks for getting everybody together, and we need to do this on a fairly regular basis, and just so we can stay in touch.
Is amazing, but mostly it's that they want to come and they want to be around each other and they want to know about each other's kids and families, and they want to see Grandma and Grandpa.
We get lectures every time we come over.
I was originally told 4.
4 boys is what we were required to have. It's been
lowered to 2.
It's been lowered to 2 as long as we
relief.
Guarantee it's boys.
Pretty neat, but this reunion, I've just been thinking and sitting back. It's just pretty cool to see just the dynamics of everybody, but they're just an incredible family, and I think that starts with Grandpa Elmer and Grandma Olivera, but it's pretty cool, pretty neat to be a part of it and to be here and see all of it.
I just really appreciate everybody putting it together and then taking time out of their busy lives to come and take part in this for Grandpa and Grandma, and I just think it's a really special thing for him. And it's been just wonderful to share memories and revisit old stories.
We really do hold him in high regard and honor.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a great time. It was well organized. They did a superior job. We've sure enjoyed it. appreciate everybody that was involved.
Nothing more important than family and love we share. That's beautiful, and it needs to be renewed on a regular basis. And
At least every 10 years.
That was, yeah, well, you'll get back there before then.
They know I love them. Tell them that well, just all the time. I tell them in every way I know how to tell them. So that's about all there is to tell. And I'm grateful for what they've done.
Yeah, it's neat to see just the generations, you know, all here at once, and then all the little ones that get to hang out now, and just how many of them they are is just pretty incredible. So, yeah.
I think that coming from Grandma and Grandpa, that they've really done a great job of overseeing and starting and continuing and following through a family.
No, if I could say anything to Elmer and Lavera, it would be just thank you for the legacy that they are leaving and for the husband that I have and the family. We just said bye to them. But yeah, it's pretty great.
Oh, don't you lose that light in your eyes. You're never too old to love. It's never too late to try. When somebody needs you, give them all you can give. When you're living to love, you're loving to live. Stay young, keep your wheels in motion. You've got everything that you need. Stay young with your rock and rollin'. All the best things in life are free. Oh, don't you feel like playing the fool? Just step out of line. Break all the rules. Don't you let them tell you it's not for you. Don't go growing old before you're due. Stay young, keep your wheels in motion. You've got everything that you need. Stay young with your rock and rollin'. All the best things in life are free. Oh, you gotta stay young, keep your wheels in motion. You've got everything that you need. Stay young with your rock and rollin'. All the best things in life are free. Oh, don't you lose that light in your eyes.
I have lived by that motto up there on that board all my life, and that is, do it, and it's done. Do it, and it's done. And it's the only way I know to do work.
I think Grandpa loves seeing his family together. Any possible opportunity he can to have them come visit or see his grandkids and his great-grandkids. And that has been pretty special to him about this weekend. I hope that he knows that we all love him and Grandma very much, and we are very thankful for some of the morale and ethics that he has just led by example with. And even though the entire family isn't all here and every family has its challenges, I think that this kind of speaks for itself as to the kind of life that they have lived, and hope we can continue with our children as well.
I've said too much already.